Hi, Dan.
Sean, you took us through that final few minutes from your point of view.
Well, another interesting twist goes our way, and we sort of work to make it do so, or the players work to make it do so. A good finish to sort of another strange game in the fact we lost Charlie Taylor early. We had to change that. We lost J-Rod. I think Jay's got a better chance of being okay. We had to be cautious with him. To come out in the end with a point against a really good side, I like them. I said before, I think they're a good side. So to come out with a point with the challenge we're having again is very pleasing.
Also, a couple of minutes in Chris Wood's season. He's been out for a long time. He heads a golden chance wide and then puts away one of the best penalties you've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, great mentality from Woody. I thought he grew into the game, actually. He's getting back into playing, obviously. We've managed to get 90 minutes out of him as well, which is pleasing. But I thought second half he got stronger and stronger. And when he missed the chance, I think it just goes to show you what a strong character he's got. To then step up and take the penalty and finish it with fine style, without doubt.
What's your view of the penalty award? Absolutely one of your eyes?
From a distance, I was a long way from it. I thought something might have gone off in the header across from Bardo. I thought there might have been a foul in there. And then when they said penalty, the players were adamant that they saw it. And I must say, I saw it back after the game, and it does look like a clear, case of handball, the way the rules are now particularly. Because he's not making an effort to head the ball, he's just put his arm in the way of it, so therefore it's a penalty.
Can I just get your an update on some of the players that went off, particularly first of all Charlie Taylor? Looked like his leg or knee, was it? I mean, can you give us an update there?
I think it's his hamstring. I'll find out more in a minute when I go back in. I was only quick with the players there. We'll find out more over the next day or two. It's a blow for us for definite. We're already skinny on numbers. J-Rod, I'm a bit more hopeful with because that was me, really. I was cautious with that. He said he had a tight calf at half time. We can't afford to keep losing players, so we had to get him off early. So hopefully that one will be okay. But as this group do, the challenges keep coming, but they just keep getting on with it. So, couldn't be more pleased for the players and what they're putting in and the rewards they're getting, of course.
John, thank you.
Chris Borden.
Evening, Sean. You okay?
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, you just never know when you beat him, basically, do you?
No, I referenced it before the game about the mentality and with the players as well, the firm mentality we have, the strong mentality the group have got, and the respect within it. And I've been talking about it for weeks now because it just keeps cropping up again. There's that feeling of never knowing when you're quite beaten, and I like that about the group. I talk to them all the time about playing till the last breath of the game because things can change quickly, and we've done that, and we've got ourselves another good point against a good side.
And that statistic now, 1 defeat in 14 Premier League games. I mean, what can you say about that? It's terrific, isn't it?
No, that is. I mean, the Premier League's a very unforgiving league. So to put that run of games together and the points we put on the table in that run as well is very pleasing. And coming out of a really tough run, if you remember when it started. So, yeah, again, I mean, I can't speak highly enough of this group. They continue to give more and more and more to the cause. Players come in, they deliver. They just keep going. It's we talked about relentlessness many times here, and there is a relentlessness to what they're doing at the moment. Never seem to be knowing when they're beaten, just keep going and going and going. And we've done that again tonight and got another valuable point.
And just 2 more games to keep it going now and just see where you can finish with.
Yeah, I mean, I've told Woney he might have to get himself fit. I'm not quite sure that's going to happen. But he didn't run around much anyway. He was Dick Turpin, stand and deliver. So, we are running out of players, but the mentality is good. So we take on the next game.
Could you have had another penalty, Sean, when Josh went down?
Yeah, I mean, I don't enjoy them moments because we've seen penalties given. I'm not going to name players. You know they are. They get touched on the shoulder and suddenly their legs collapse. We don't do that, and we seem to get nothing. I mean, there was a number of incidents tonight which I can't work out. If you don't roll around the floor squealing, you get nothing. And if you do, it's not for me. So we're kind of stuck in an awkward predicament. I haven't seen the moment, as in seen it in slow motion, but he definitely gets dragged across his shoulder, and it's enough to affect his running gait. He tries to stay on his feet. He tries to do the right thing and gets nothing. We saw it last season, I think it was, with Walcott, or maybe earlier. Went through, did everything he could to score a goal, gets nothing. The player then doesn't get sent off. They don't get a penalty. And yet somehow that's sort of being correct in the game. You know I'm baffled by it, Chris, but no one seems to bother apart from me. I think that's just me, maybe you, mate. Then we might be the only two.
Spot on. Cheers, Sean.
Cheers.
Thanks, Chris. Sam and Storm.
Sean, well done. In terms of where you are in the league, you're kind of consolidating a position in the top half of the table. What would that mean to Burnley? What kind of an achievement is that for a club like Burnley to finish in the top half of the Premier League?
I think it'd be considerable. Every season I always say it's a restart. I don't think we walk into a season expecting that it's all going to be rosy and a walk in the park. We're not that naive. We have to earn the right every season. We have to work for everything we get. We have to take the hits sometimes and some tough results, but then equally we enjoy the good results. And I think there's a balance to how we work here. There's equally a high level of respect and honesty amongst my group and the way they go about it. And I think, them characteristics shown again tonight. And I personally think we've got a bit more talent than some people question. I know there's a lot of people give us good accolades, by the way, but some people still question it, styles, etc., etc. But we do what we do to be effective, and that's what I want. I want an effective team. If we can play good stuff, that's great. If we have to fight, we have to do everything we can to get results, and that's great as well. That's what you have to do in the Premier League.
But more and more, the Premier League seems to be about big city teams. We're talking about Leeds probably coming out. We see Newcastle below you, Villa down at the bottom. Burnley are not that club, but it seems as though you're continually fighting and achieving against all these big teams.
There's a lot of challenges in football across the board. No matter what size of club you are, there's different expectation levels, different belief levels in what you should be doing. Certainly a lot of different perceptions about clubs and what they should be doing. We just stick to what we do. We believe in what we do. That's quite apparent. I entrust my staff completely, the way they go about their business. That goes into the players. And I trust the players, totally. And I think when you have that as a foundation to work from, and then I believe we have talent, and I believe we certainly have organisation and will and demand and all the things. We're strong, we're fit, we're organised. Then I'm not really bothered about size of clubs. It comes down to the way your team operate in order to win games. And that's the key for me. It's not really about size of clubs. It's about the ability to win games and find ways of winning games, because it is very difficult in the Premier League, I personally believe, to play one style and fathom it out every week. The top clubs can do it. We all know that. For everyone else, you've got to find a way. And we've done that consistently over season after season.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Alex James.
Do you anticipate him being out for the Norwich game on Saturday then? I know it's early stages.
I didn't hear the first part of it.
Sorry. Charlie Taylor, do you anticipate him being out for Norwich? I know it's early.
I think there's a chance he'll be out. I'll find out more tomorrow morning, because we always give it 24 hours sort of thing to let the injury settle down. 12 to 24 hours, obviously. So I'll find out more tomorrow morning. But yeah, hamstrings, well, if it is a hamstring, which we think it is, then they're tough to settle down in 2 or 3 days.
Just quickly on Dwight McNeil, who I know you've been very praised this season a lot. He had to double up a little bit on Traore tonight and show both sides of his game and still provided a threat going forward, which must be really encouraging to develop his all-round game.
Well, I think against some young players at some of the superpower clubs who go into teams, he does have to work both ways. That's the team we are. He knows that. So he's got to learn all parts of the game. I think that's brilliant for young player development. A lot of young players now know one thing, not the other, whether it's, often attack-minded, don't really know the defensive side. He's having to learn both, and I think he's doing a great job of it. And that will create a very rounded player, I think. And he's very honest with his work ethic. But he's also very talented, and he's finding a healthy balance for the two.
Chris Wood's penalty better than yours for Chesterfield?
What, sorry?
Is Chris Wood's penalty better than yours for Chesterfield?
Well, I consider my Chesterfield I don't know. I consider it to be an important penalty, differently important for Chris Wood. He scored a few in his time and a few goals. I hadn't scored so many, and I certainly haven't scored no penalties. So I'll take mine as still being above his and more important.
Nice one. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Anybody else before we go? No. Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers. Take care.